Hello and welcome to yet another edition of the Full Force News Burst, brought to you by GeneralsJoes with me as your host, Chris. I don't think my heart can take any more of this McLeod, aka Diagnostic 80. Joining me today to discuss the official reveal of G.I. Joe Classified as well as the pre-order for the Snake Eyes exclusive figure is Justin, Be Still My Beating Bell. So without further ado, let's get stuck into this news burst. Wow. It has all kicked off again this morning with the official reveal of the G.I. Joe Classified Snake Eyes figure now confirmed by Hasbro and ready for pre-ordering on the Pulse website as we speak. Hasbro dropped some gorgeous product images of Snake Eyes with all of his accessories on a Japanese-style diorama, and the figure looks incredible. As well as that, we were also spoiled with a special behind-the-design video by product design manager Lenny Panzica. Lenny explained the ideas behind the Snake Eyes design, as well as the beautiful tattoo art scroll insert and gorgeous packaging design. If you thought that was the end of the insane morning reveals, then you would be wrong, as IGN posted a first look at the incredible Scarlet and Roadblock figures, as well as their cool packaging. The colour is back on these retail figure packages, and the designs are yet again inspired by, but slightly updated from, the original versions. Yes guys, G.I. Joe is back. Justin, first off, how many Snake Eyes figures did you pre-order?
I did two, I will say. I plan on keeping one in the package, but we'll see if I can keep it to just two between now and April, which is the other big news. I mean, I think it said expected release date was April 2020, so I mean, it's not far away.
Not far away at all. I mean, we've talked about the Snake Eyes figure ad infinitum now, but I mean, some of those product images that Hasbro posted were absolutely gorgeous, weren't they?
Oh, they were, yes.
I love that one where he's kneeling in front of that kind of, the kind of tombstone kind of thing in the rain. Yep. Oh, man.
Yeah, it's just fantastic. I really love kind of the presentation that they're going for, and it just kind of shows how much extra sort of detail and stuff like that you can get with that 6-inch scale. It looks really awesome.
And something else I probably should mention is the fact that we discussed a little while ago about the shuriken thing, and we didn't really think it was like something that came with the figure. It's actually molded into one of the other hands, I believe. So that shuriken is in one of the other hands that he comes with. So that kind of explains that away. Now, we've talked about this. It's $39.99, which actually is not bad. I was kind of expecting it to be that, in all honesty. And for something that is a deluxe figure with lots of weapons and the rack and the beautiful packaging, I can kind of stretch to that. I don't think it's too out of the realms of ridiculousness in terms of price there, do you?
No, I think especially for the deluxe kind of figure that you're going with, I think the price point really does make sense. He's obviously got a lot of extra accessories, the display stand.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the $39.99 does not surprise me in this particular case. I do think, obviously the single figures themselves will be less expensive.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't have any problem at all with that $39.99 price point. It might be sticker shock for folks that are used to getting, their 3 3/4-inch Joes for $2.99 at Toys R Us, 30 years ago. But it's a different day and age now. So I think compared to what we've seen in the past, it's pretty much right on target.
Yeah, and I mean, again, it looks beautiful. I ordered mine like almost immediately as soon as I saw the news pop up, and it's like, and it's just been absolutely bonkers all day. And then IGN go ahead and post a number of kind of sneak preview images of Scarlet and Roadblock in their retail classified series packaging. So first thing to mention here is that the packaging is the same base packaging as the classified series Snake Eyes figure, but it's colourful, this one. So obviously they've gone for the blue kind of packaging here, very bright, very in your face in a good way, I think. Some beautiful artwork on the box as well. And I believe a mixture of artists have worked on these as well. A few names going around, I believe.
Yeah, Phil Noto did the Scarlet art, yeah.
Snake Eyes packaging includes foil effects and original artwork from Tracy Ching and Meek Wilmot. So that's important to talk about as well. And then package art for Roadblock is Mike Thompson and Ken Lashley.
And the cool thing about that, if I remember right, I think Mike Thompson was the guy that worked on the Rise of Cobra line.
Yeah.
Did some of the artwork there. I remember I've talked to him quite a bit on social media, kind of spinning out of that. And he loves working on the G.I. Joe brand and loves doing that sort of stuff. So I'm pretty psyched that they actually got him on board for that.
Yes, absolutely. I am kind of impressed at the moment with what I'm seeing. Look, I think a lot of the old school Joe fans are struggling with these because of the updates in design. And obviously with Snake Eyes, you can't really go wrong. When it's an all black figure, you can get away with a lot of little updates here and there. But let's talk about this Scarlet figure first and foremost, because I think she looks fantastic.
Oh yeah, I think it's perfect. I mean, she's got, well, I won't say it's perfect, but I mean, she's got nice layered body armor, but, foundationally, she looks a lot like the vintage version, but, a little bit more superhero-esque kind of boots and armored vest and stuff like that. So, I can understand. I mean, she doesn't look, exactly like she did, but I mean, in 1982, she was running around with a spandex leotard. So, I mean, it's not like she was in high-tech military gear back then either. So I think they did a good job kind of updating that. What I really scratch my head about is, people complaining that, well, she's running around with a crossbow. How stupid is that? I'm like, well, were you around in 1982?
That's her frigging weapon, guys.
That's what she does.
That's her special weapon. She's had it since day one.
Exactly.
Weird to say that, honestly, and just a little bit kind of ignorant, really, there. But also,
I love her face sculpt and kind of the subtle touches.
Little, like the freckles and everything.
Yeah, it's great.
Absolutely awesome. She comes with 3 knives, the crossbow, and the kind of like cross piece backpack arrows type sheath
quiver
thing. Yeah, quiver. Thank you. There's me struggling for the words in this morning.
They don't have quivers in Great Britain.
No, they do. It's just I'm an idiot. It's
called something else. It's like
it's called a
arrow sliv or something like that. I mean, whatever. I don't know what your language is.
Yeah, the arrow sliv. Have you never heard of that before?
Sliv. It's like with an extra O and a U in the arrow.
There's a J in there as well.
ARROUWSLIVH.
And it's pronounced Worcestershire. Anyway, so what I'm getting from these designs is that Hasbro are definitely leading to a younger, more broader audience because that's what a lot of the things, if you're just going like back to the original well and just redoing that, we've kind of already had that so many times that I think this is quite refreshing. And also, don't forget, this isn't like the be all and end all of Scarlet figures that are going to come out. I'm sure they're going to do like they'll do like a run of classic figures, they'll probably do that at some point. But obviously this is a brand new line, and to have an update in it, I think is really cool at the same time. And this
Agreed.
And you said it really well. Like, there's a lot of superhero influence. There's a lot of Marvel Legend kind of influence going on here, I think.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, they certainly injected a lot of that look and feel, and what I find hilarious. I'm not trying to rag on people, but I mean, for the past several months, all I've heard about is, Jazzwares is doing so awesome in Fortnite, and why can't G.I. Joe do that, and blah, 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 blah. And then the first comments I see, these look too much like Fortnite figures. I mean, it's like, well, yeah, that's what's working. I mean,
you can't win.
So,
you can't win. Yeah. That's the problem. I've already seen people kind of complaining about the price point on Snake Eyes, and I kind of think, well, that was literally the lowest I've seen those deluxe SDCC figures going for. You've seen Black Series, you've seen Marvel Legends. When they do a deluxe figure or whatever, that's the price point you're looking at. So I don't really understand why that's a problem all of a sudden.
Yeah, I don't know.
But in any case, I'd rather veer away from all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Let's stick to the good stuff.
I'm super excited about this personally. If you aren't a fan of what the line looks like or whatever, then I don't know why you're listening to this particular episode, because it's only going to be positivity from here on out. Roadblock. Let's look at Roadblock, because that's an impressive update as well. Like a lot of which say signposts on him of that original version 2, where you've got the kind of the green vest, you've got the red kind of almost like Velcro straps, and on the front, they're probably just button covers. And the red shoulder piece as well, which is slightly more detailed. He's got the star on his chest, but then there's loads of the little details they've gone with here, aren't there?
Oh yeah, I love the gloves. He's got kind of similar sort of metallic looking boots like Scarlet did. But
one knee pad.
One knee pad. Yeah. I mean, it's clear they used that 86 version as inspiration for the vest, especially. What'd be interesting to know is I can't really, I mean, I'm sure the vest is removable in some kind. I don't know if there's actual like buckles or if you'd have to cut it off or something. I'm wondering kind of what he looks like underneath. I wonder if he's got like a plain tank top underneath or a camouflage tank top or something like that underneath. Probably, yeah.
Tattoos all over.
Yeah. He's got pierced nipples under there.
Oh, there you go. That's where he hangs this crazy gun, which let's talk about this crazy gun because, again, a lot of people are kind of losing their minds over the actual gun itself, of it not being a realistic, roadblock type heavy machine gun. Now, again, they're veering towards the sci-fi here. They're veering towards a broader audience. And obviously, real-world guns is something that is a little bit of a hot topic in toys at the moment.
Yes.
So I think Hasbro are doing this. There's an obvious reason why this is happening, and I'm surprised people expected to see the lifelike ridiculous machine gun, in all honesty. But there we are.
It's been going this way for a while. I mean, it's rare that you see. I mean, Marvel Legends, when they do a Punisher figure, you'll sometimes get some realistic weapons and things like that. But that's a little bit different than what we're dealing with here. And they're clearly, with the color scheme and you can see the age right on the package. It says 4+. So I mean, they're targeting a younger audience with some of this stuff. So it does not surprise me in the least that the gun is not super realistic.
Everyone has to get like the perspective here of this might not be for you, and that's fair enough. But we have the opportunity to, if this is successful, if it grows, if it builds, if it sells really well, then you get your classic stuff. You will get that in the future if this is good and it's successful. If this is just one of those things where they bring it out and everyone just bags on it or is angry that this is not what I want, drop the entitlement, understand how life works and move on, because you will get what you need eventually if this is successful. Do you understand what I'm saying, guys?
Yeah, I mean, that's a big thing. Transformers is a perfect example of, the people, the G1 fans will say they suffered through years of, stuff they didn't want. And now it's been like 5 or 6 years of G1 ecstasy, pretty much. So, I mean, you got to reach a level of success, but, let people enjoy things and, understand that you might not be the very specific target audience. But I still don't really buy that. I mean, I think there is enough collector throwbacks in these 6-inch figures to appeal to an older audience, to a collector audience. But they also throw in some stuff for the younger crowd as well. And there's certainly some opportunities if you don't like the weapons or the equipment they come with. There's opportunities to go to Marauder Gun Runners or Action Force or whatever and complement the figures with some other stuff. So, I mean, that's, weapons and accessories that I don't get too bent out of shape about. I know I can understand why some people do, but I don't. I mean, it's been a long time since G.I. Joe characters really had very specific weapons geared towards their individual personalities. I mean, you're talking like all the way back to, 1988, 1989. Once we hit like 1990 and forward, you were getting weapons trees and miscellaneous guns just kind of thrown in the package. And it really wasn't, a specific gun that was geared towards a specific character. So, it's been a long time since something like that was there. And I think for these figures, I mean, Scarlet's got her crossbow, Snake Eyes has his Uzi, and I think they're doing a decent job of kind of having those throwbacks. Obviously Roadblock's got his crazy cannon, but I think there's some opportunities to find something else that'll work with him.
I mean, I'm super excited about this so far. Like, I mean, from what I've seen, I'm just kind of like, I'm just thinking, damn, I have to get back on another bloody line. But it's just so cool looking.
Yeah, I love them.
I mean, like I said, we're more than likely that we're going to be see even more revealed at Toy Fair tomorrow. How excited are you for that, and what do you expect to see?
Oh, I am fired up. I'm sure there's going to be more shown of the 6-inch figures. I wouldn't be surprised if there's even more of different scales. I mean, I don't think 6-inch is going to be all we get. Neither of these or none of these 3 figures, as far as we know, are even Snake Eyes movie figures. So I'm assuming we'll see a bunch of that stuff tomorrow too.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's all sorts of opportunities to see a whole bunch of cool new stuff tomorrow, and I'm really fired up to kind of watch the live stream and see some pictures from the showroom and really start getting ramped up about this stuff again.
I do want to kind of put something out there, which again, I've no basis of this. This is all speculation, and it's something that just kind of came to me really. But do you think that maybe Hasbro have got it in their locker at the moment, and they've managed to keep it hidden from everyone? That there's media attached to this, because it does look like there are very specific designs here. And I know obviously it could just be a toy line, and that's what we're talking with. But do you think there could be something attached to it?
It's a tough call. I mean, the designs they're using here are they strike me as being very well suited towards some sort of animated feature for sure. I mean, just the vibrant colors and the very clear kind of similar boots that, Roadblock and Scarlet both have seems like kind of a unified design element that really does scream animation to a degree.
Yeah.
So anything is possible. I mean, I think I saw something online where that long rumored Transformers animated series is going to be actually hitting Netflix in June.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen anything on that really. So it's entirely possible that something is in the works. I mean, with Entertainment One, I would have thought, they kind of had the opportunity to announce that over the past couple of days.
True.
And they haven't.
True.
So, and they specifically said 2021. So it may just be that there's some, these are some very early designs for something that'll come out. Although it seems a little weird that they'd be releasing figures, within the next few months for an animated series that's not going to debut until next year. So I just don't know. I mean, I would love it if they did, but I'm just not quite sure.
Yeah, totally. But again, it just kind of, I don't know, these things, they just kind of stuck out to me, and I thought, well, I wonder if that is the case. But yeah, all speculation. Yeah. Obviously, we have no basis on that at all, so don't go around saying that that's what it is. But anyway, I mean, what a morning. Ridiculous morning. Snake Eyes is on pre-order at Hasbro Pulse. Go and get him if you want him. You can get up to 5, is it? I think it's up to 5 per member of Hasbro Pulse.
And also, Scarlet and Roadblock, don't forget, they're going up for pre-order tomorrow on Hasbro Pulse.
Yes.
And if you're a Hasbro Pulse premium member, you can get them before they go available for general public at 4 o'clock. So
yes,
if you're not a member of premium, you might want to consider hopping on.
Yeah, do it. It's going to be worth it, I guarantee it. Yeah, anyway, Justin, dude, wow. Thanks for jumping on.
Absolutely.
Probably come on too early, because there's probably going to be more that we find out later on during the day. In any case, mate, I will probably speak to you after Toy Fair now, unless something happens tonight, which is very, very possible. But what we'll be doing, there won't be much in the way of bursts until obviously Monday, guys. So what will be happening is I'll just be live streaming and posting stuff over the weekend. I'll be at the event in New York, and I obviously won't be able to stream anything from the panel room, because that will be Hasbro's domain. I'll basically link you to that Hasbro Pulse Facebook page so that you can watch the presentations as they come out. And then afterwards, hopefully we'll get an opportunity to go into the Hasbro showroom and kind of have a look at these figures close up. And I will get as much info as possible. I will try and speak to as many people as possible. And we'll try and live stream as much as we possibly can. So that's tomorrow. Guys, thanks for checking this episode out. Justin, thank you for joining me, mate. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. My pleasure. I'm happy to talk about this stuff. It's pretty exciting days compared to where we've been the past few years.
G.I. Joe is back, baby.
Hell yeah.
That's it for this installment of the Full Force News Burst. Thank you to my awesome co-host Justin Bell. See you next time, and as always, full force. Make sure you get involved with the discussion by liking, sharing and commenting on these videos, and as always you can keep up with the show after listening by following on Twitter @The Full Force, liking the Facebook page facebook.com/The Full Force, and if you would like to contact the show you can message us on either of those platforms with feedback or questions. We have also started a Patreon page, so if you want to see your name up in lights on these videos or enjoy exclusive bonus content, then check out patreon.com/The Full Force Podcast, or click the link on any of the posts this podcast appears in. Full Force.